Howdy folks! In this video I'm going to walk you through the process for creating your very first HTML web page, and this web page will actually serve as the template for all the other web pages that we create in the course. At this point you should have installed your text editor and configured your web browser. Your text editor, if you're using OS X, should be Text Wrangler. If you're using Windows, it should be Notepad+. If you haven't installed those, go back to previous videos and make sure you have the proper program installed. Alright, let's go ahead and get started here. Very first thing we need to do in building this template is to type in our doc type. And how you do that is you do an open bracket, or open angle bracket I should say, exclamation point, and in all caps the word doc type, space, and then HTML, and then a closing angle bracket. What this does is this tells the web browser that this is an HTML file that it's trying to load for you. And so basically from this point on, your web browser knows it's an HTML file. There are some formatting and style things in there for this document to be able to display it properly. And if you don't have this doc type in place, your browser will try to guess, but it may or may not be successful. So we use this doc type to ensure that it is. The next thing we need to do is put in an open HTML tag. Then an open head tag. An open title tag. A closed title tag. An open body tag. A close body tag, and then finally a close HTML tag. Next thing I want to do is go back into the head section up here. Oh, I didn't close out my head. So go right after the closing title tag and then do a closing head tag. Forgot that piece. Alright. What I want to do is I want to put in a page title. In this case, I'm going to call it sample page. Inside the body section, I want to play around a little bit to make sure that this page is loading properly. So I want to type in this. I want to type in H1 size header, and I want to call it, this is my first heading. Then I want to put in a paragraph, and I want to say this is my first paragraph. I want to save my file. Now, if you're using Text Wrangler, it'll see that this is an HTML file, and it should automatically save it as such. In Notepad+, you'll have to do File, Save As, and then make sure you do HTML as the extension. So I click on File, Save As, and then I saved my folder in the Documents directory. I created a new folder called Web Page Development. And then I'm going to create another folder called Templates. Okay. For some reason, my computer does not want to let me create a new folder called Templates with the program. So I'm going to do it from scratch there. Alright, so I made a template folder, and I'm going to save this file as something mundane as HTML_template. Now, here's a quick thing. When you are saving your web pages, if you have a space that you want to do, like for example, you want to say create a web page called Contact Us, or in this case HTML template. Those are two words. But standard practices when we're doing web development is if you are saving a file name, you want to make sure that you save if the file name has spaces in it, that you use an underscore instead. So what you'll see here when I say save as, it's HTML underscore template. That's the correct way to do this. Go ahead and save your file. And then go into your web browser. File. Open file. Go into your documents. Web page development. Templates. And then I'm going to open up this HTML file. Here's what I should see. I should see this is my first heading. This is my first paragraph, just like this. It's an H1 size heading, so it's big, it's bold. And then my paragraph is normal size text. Okay? That's what you should see. So this is your template. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go strip out some of the stuff that we just typed in, because I want to make this a true template that I can use for any page that I create going forward. All I need to do is inside the body section here, just delete the 2 lines that I created for the H1 size heading and the paragraph. Leave myself an empty line here, and then in the title, in between these 2 title tags, go ahead and delete where it says sample page, and then save your file. And let's go ahead and go back to your web browser and refresh your page, and you should see that it's empty. If I'm in Chrome and I right click and go to view page source, and I take a look at my page source, you'll see that indeed I have the doc type, the HTML, the head, title, closing head, open body, closing HTML. Everything is there that I need for a template to move forward in the course. So that, my friend, is how you make your template.